Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for April 3rd, 2013. It's currently 9:20 a.m. As you can see, temperatures are rather chilly out there, ranging from the upper 20s to lower 30s over the northern interior and lower to mid 30s along the coast. Yes, we remain below normal, but a warm-up is on the way. And you can see winds are from the west at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. They'll be increasing through the day, pushing to about 10 to 20 miles per hour by this evening, producing rather chilly, well, let's just say it straight out cold wind chills with temperatures feeling like they're in the 20s. So it's not exactly the best day as far as temperatures are concerned, but at least it's sunny and dry out, so that might help a bit. Taking a look at the radar, you can see that we pretty much have dry conditions in place over the northern Mid-Atlantic. We still have some lake effect snow coming off of Lake Ontario and Lake Erie, but for the most part, this is not going to reach the northern Mid-Atlantic. You could see a flurry over northeastern Pennsylvania, but that's about it. My attention is drawn to the Gulf Coast here, where we have an area of low pressure that is pushing through eastern Texas, producing very heavy rain along the Gulf Coast. This low pressure system will track towards the Mid-Atlantic by Friday and produce the potential for some scattered showers. The majority of the rain is going to remain to our south, but it's something that we're going to keep an eye on for Friday morning and Friday afternoon, with a few scattered showers that will exit by Friday evening. On the infrared satellite picture, you can see that the storm is really getting its act together, but because of the strong upper level low in the Canadian Maritimes, this storm will remain suppressed and will continue to move due east. So again, just a few scattered showers. The bulk of the heavy rain that you're seeing along the Gulf Coast will move into the southeast and remain over the southeast and then exit out into the Atlantic. The good news is that this high pressure system is going to redevelop off the coast. So tomorrow we warm up, this storm exits, this high pressure takes control, and this high pressure system sets up off of the east coast as well. And we're going to see a gradual warm up to temperatures back to normal by the end of this week. Slightly above normal for this weekend. We're talking about upper 50s to mid 60s. And then possibly 5 to 10 degrees above normal by next week. Monday and Tuesday, we could be talking about temperatures in the lower 70s. That's right, lower 70s. So spring is definitely on the way. The only question is how fast. Taking a look at the latest European model guidance from the Penn State EWOL website, you can see by this evening, here's our strong upper level low. This is what's going to suppress this disturbance that is moving through the Gulf Coast. So you can see by the time we get into Wednesday evening, we clearly have chilly air here. Dry conditions for your baseball games tonight, but very cold. I mean, you're going to be talking about temperatures in the mid to upper 30s during the game time, and then you add winds from the northwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. That's going to lead to wind chills in the 20s. Yeah, that's why I stay home and watch it on TV. I'm not going out there. That's just insane. And that's probably why, frankly, they should have these games in the afternoon during the start of the season and not at night. Anyway, that's my rant about baseball. So as you can see, by tomorrow, high pressure shifts off the coast. We end up with a nice southwesterly flow. We warm up a bit back into the lower to mid 50s for most of the region. So we start to push back towards near normal. And look at our general upper level pattern is shifting toward the north. You can see more of a zonal pattern in place here over the northern tier. And that suppresses this storm and forces it to move from west to east. So then by the time we get to Friday, here's our low pressure system shifting off the coast. It moves off the Mid-Atlantic coast. Look for scattered showers and drying conditions by Friday evening. So if you have any plans, go to a baseball game or anything of that nature on Friday evening, dry conditions can be expected. The afternoon, though, looks a bit wet with the threat for scattered showers. So if you have any plans during the afternoon hours, that might be an issue for you. Thereafter, high pressure takes control for Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Now notice the way the pattern is setting up with a nice southwesterly flow setting up through the period from basically Friday night on through Tuesday. So we're going to see a gradual warm up, variable cloud cover for the most part, scattered to variable cloud cover, but dry. And we're going to see our temperatures slowly moderate. On Saturday and Sunday, we're going to be pushing back up into the upper 50s to mid 60s. On Sunday, definitely lower to mid 60s throughout the entire northern Mid-Atlantic. And then on Monday and Tuesday, we're looking at temperatures in the upper 60s to lower 70s. I wouldn't rule out the potential for a few mid-70s setting up in southwestern New Jersey. My only concern with this forecast heading out this far is this upper level low here potentially producing a bit of a backdoor cold front over New England and slowing down the advances of warm fronts, let's say Connecticut, Long Island. You might be stuck in the 50s, while New York City, New Jersey, Philadelphia are in the 60s and 70s. So that's something we're going to keep an eye on over the next couple of days and see how that evolves. And then the pattern overall shifts very favorably to a storm track further west and also a warmer pattern. As you can see, more of a trough in the west and certainly a storm track that digs into the southern plains and up through the Great Lakes. And that, of course, puts us on the warm side of a storm track and leads to temperatures warming up significantly ahead of each one of these cold fronts. So definitely some positive news on the way. Definitely more of a warm regime starting to set up here. So definitely some good news if you're looking for spring weather. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen D. Martino. Follow the latest weather information at nynjpaweather.com and nynjpaweather on Twitter and Facebook. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe out there.